And we're back. Next episode of Comics: Transgender Hate Mail, Homosexual Hate Mail, Atheist Hate Mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screencasts on YouTube. Deviant art. Response to comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because the speech of hate, that's a different story. So let's continue on with people getting these wrong in the comment sections. And me trying to them out with system-based biology, and they're going to take off about that. Let's see here. That's from wearing a hat in kind of a dirty environment. Kind of dirty. Yeah. What's stuff going on there? You see that line there? That's where it goes. Anyway. So I also was good to vaccinate. Good idea to get vaccinated because it's helps you more resistant to disease. So that's what you want to do. Continue on here. We have a Superman-like guy, an online hero creator picture. All right, and basically this is an online hero creator called Hero Forge. All right, pretty basic stuff. So I'm like, I look forward to finding, and buying games where you can make your own characters offline and have them playable in a game, offline. Very cool. May have online stuff in it as well, but I want to do a whole story offline with the character I made. It'll be really cool. It is definitely possible. I wonder if they'll ever do it. We'll have to see. On here. Maybe Hate Mail Part 1. All right, here we go. And so it says, unfortunately, this woman went to a game developer conference and told developers not to listen to their fans. It's even more unfortunate that many took her advice. I thumbs up. So they didn't want her to hear her. They were forced to. I grew on playing video games. I share my moments with friends and others, and I am studying to be a game dev. Hearing her say that this things is just wrong. She and many others didn't play games. They didn't study or work for game development. They just go to the studio, tell people what they should do, and if they don't do it like the way they wanted, they cancel you in social media. This is what they were. This is what the industry, not only gaming, movies, series, comics, are also failing because of them. So yeah, this is a culture war. Sure is. Well, I thumbs up. And so it's realistic. That's what makes the good games. Audiences are very bad at knowing what they want. I did not thumbs up this one. Knowing what they want. And most they tell you if they like or dislike the end product. But if you're going to say you know better than your customer base, you have to actually be able to follow up with a good product. Lol. No, that's not what makes this game. What makes your games is doing something awesome, and your audience likes that. Then there you go. You'll find an audience for it. Do what you think is awesome. You'll find an audience for it. If you basically do what you think is awesome, you find an audience for it. But then some losers come along and say, ignore that. Do what we want. And it's not awesome. There you go. And so it says, the future is small indie companies. They will gain the most influence in the future. Well, they will, yes. Show the thumbs up. So it says, what? Audiences always know what they want from a game. It's the devs not listening to consistency and adding stuff. Because I got that word. Nobody wanted to ask for right. Right when Fortnite finally brought no build mode, OG maps, permanent creative mode, have been asking for. For years, only recently were they all added, and then Fortnite popularity shot back up. Does that mean listening to people to play your game in their free time was the right choice all along? No way. Take Valorant, for example. What's the one thing that even COD has that Valorant doesn't as a competitive for FPS game? A replay system. That's one thing that every FPS game has that Apex doesn't. A good anti-cheat system. Look at Apex. They got effing hacked at a major, and now people are considering uninstalling the game due to serious security reasons. If devs listen to their game, will improve. Very simple process. Yeah, some words are missing or something. This is not the first language. English is not the first language. So it says, like I said, they can't tell you parts of what they like or don't like about the end product. They cannot design a game. In reality, most good games come from designers having their own good vision and following through, with audience being a secondary focus. Not really. But so imagine we never would have gotten games like Soul series if the primary focus was appeasing audiences. I don't know about that. Some people wanted that stuff, I'm sure, so they got it. So getting canceled because you didn't listen to someone's trash opinion and ideas about games devs are strong. They can be. Some are not, though. How could they be imitated by a Karen? Intimidated by a Karen? All of them? Oh my gosh. That woman and everyone who thinks like her should be canceled for a very solid reason, because they don't behave like adults at all. Like seriously, canceling someone because they don't agree with you is the same as a kid throwing a tantrum because they didn't get what they wanted. It is. We should be thankful that she's there driving this message. We need to listen to sink as much money back into them and back in them as possible. The same way they did in Hollywood a few years ago. When the game came out, no one will buy them anyway, so let them lose billions figuring it out the same way Hollywood did. If you are an executive of any company that does not understand that get woke or broke is more than a meme, you deserve what's coming. Of course, they're going to after gaming now, so after hanging out, after failing so hard in movies. So sit here and cheer like a madman and swear up and down that I support this crap. When the day it gets released, I'll be spending my money elsewhere as I laugh at its stupidity. Don't say you support it. But, yeah, laugh at the stupidity, though. That's what I mean. So it says, she wasn't telling the developers not to let the audiences design the offender. The entire game, Einstein. No, she wasn't. She was saying, screw them. Screw them in every way. Design the game the way we like. And basically, watch the money come rolling in. Suppose it's truly, yeah, just give us your money first. And when we're gone, the money will come rolling in. Yeah. Trust us, bro. So I said, obviously not. My point was that gamers don't really know what they want. On very specific changes in an already finished product or not, we can learn some stuff. Sorry, you got it all wrong there. We can. There's things that I want. I want a Justice League game. A AAA Justice League game. Could be live service. It could not be live service. But I want one that is just free flow combat. It's just possible. Totally 100% possible. They haven't given it to us yet, but hopefully they will someday. Really cool. Next. Which the changes already finished product. Even then, they can't really tell you. Well, I even tell you how they should be changed. Yeah, we can. We can write lists and figure it out ourselves. They weren't listened to. They were told and forced because the company have really lots of money and assets. They can only comply. Yeah, if they want to. But no, don't do that. So it says, please tell me this is just an overreaction. I know things are changing, but I didn't know it was this bad. I knew something was going on, but never knew it could be a possible culture war. I don't know how this will ever end. And I say, and that's how they failed. So it says, and now all the companies are collapsing, and those same devs are getting laid off in mass. Turns out we're ignoring 99% of your customer base is a very stupid thing to do. I like that one. That's all we got. Got time. Let's go. Someone says, there's nothing wrong with that. You guys don't realize that those who took such advice don't deserve your money. They don't deserve your attention. They should go bankrupt and stop making games. And that's what will happen to them, and that's good. That's for the best. I like that one, though. For those that do that, yeah, that's the best. The idea that people can only enjoy a game really if the people in them look like them is racist. I got a like for that. Angry face emoji. I like that. And so it's like, you think, I quote, if someone you think you are a settler, then freaking leave. It works for me. Laughing to your cry emoji. Also, while maybe is trying to take over everything, the people that they can conquer will soon realize that they can't console well. Liked it. Jerry didn't work on Mortal Kombat, kid. And Septon Hill made Suicide Squad bad after he left Rocksteady. I read these those lies before. I rolled emoji. Jerry worked on that game, and not in MK. There's a difference. Fatal 4-way. Who would win? So I tell you, Mary Jane being trained but still disabled makes no sense. Spider-Man is right there. Angry face emoji. I got 2 likes for that. So it was because there's able as a fighting master. When Spider-Man fights, it would only work if you had a spider sense. Not really. She had learned some stuff from Peter. So basically, he taught Miles before he got spider sense. He got his spider powers. I'm sorry, doesn't work. There's a reason why Taskmaster hates fighting him. But Silver Sable actually got hands though. Yeah, but she's someone who doesn't really do much within that realm. Peter Parker is right there. You can teach Mary Jane, his wife, how to fight. So I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. And I say, but Sable is an international super spy. Wouldn't you usually have time to train MJ? Peter, on the other hand, taught Miles how to fight before he got spider powers. Red ghost, eye rolling ghost emoji. See, most of the game the Super Baby was well, they'd have main characters strongly resemble Kimball Air, also on self-assertion perfect level. Weird. I thumbs up. I said, yeah.